This conference will now be recorded.
All right, welcome team. So very good morning and a good evening. So welcome to the today's full stack DevOps practitioner training program demonstration session, right? And I think most of you already familiar about the DevOps training content because you might be already received by now the course content and some of the details from the admin. But today is the demonstration session where I will be driving the nutshell of the course content and what is that the course is all about and how this course is going to be driven for next couple of weeks that we have planned and how this is going to be helpful for you guys, right? I'm going to talk about these few things. Probably I will be taking 20 minutes of your time today to talk about this course agenda and post that if you have specific questions that you think that it's not answered in my session, probably can ask me or can put it in the chat window as well. I'll be addressing them accordingly, right? Uh, Super cool. So probably I'll not go much deeper and deeper. I'll try to make it a little short because we're just trying to get clarified certain few things before we take a decision to take this training program, right? So once you take the decision anyway, we have full weeks of time to learn about the technology, right? So that's the reason I'm not really getting into the technology to discuss any topic today, but I'll talk about the program and highlights and how are we going to drive this, all these different things. Okay. So by the way, this is PR Reddy. I'm your instructor for this complete full stack DevOps practitioner training program. I'll be the one driving the complete course content, so whatever is planned for this full stack DevOps training, right? And about me, like it's been almost 13 years of experience into the training, where I have been conducted several different training programs, includes the cloud platform, the Python development side, DevOps, right? And administrator as well. So I think let me keep you guys on mute whoever is not. Yeah, thanks. All right, that's my portfolio, and yeah, so right now I'm conducting the full stack DevOps training program. So in this program, if you are interested on the different tools that we are actually planning, right? I think yeah, this is the timing section, right? So like I'm planning to conduct this course content every day 7 a.m. IST. That is the time that I'm thinking to start the session. And the sessions will be from Monday to Thursday. It will be like 4 days of sessions every week, guys. And you'll get 3 days of time to prepare and do some assignments that we are giving you guys on weekly basis to expertise on this technology, right? And yes, every session will be recorded and the recordings will be shared with you guys on the same day for you guys to go back to the session and explore the things, right? And we'll be helping you guys on resume preparation at end of the course, whoever is interested to mold your resume as per the DevOps requirements, right? And whoever is interested will be also conducting the mock interviews and giving you guys the feedback and helping you guys how you really can crack the interviews. All that support will be definitely given at end of the course, right? And based on your interest and based on your request, that all will be get fulfilled and giving you the full support on that perspective, guys, right? And overall, I'm thinking the course may take 90 days of your time to start and complete the course with the expertise that we are expecting to learn, right? Yeah, it takes approximately 90 days, but it can always be plus or minus based on how good that we are planning and executing the timelines and the discussions, right? So we'll see on that part, okay? And most of you, right? Like when you learn any technology, right? Maybe uh, I'll I'll make this learning path into three different categories. One, just learn the technology as is. The second one, are we really knowing how this is being used in the real time? Maybe the third one is like a process that we need to know how we can deploy these into the real time situations, right? So, in order to learn this technology effectively, right, definitely we need to know the real-time use cases. How are we going to use this technology in the real time? What problems that we are solving in the real time? We should know all these things, right? Without bringing the real-time nature into the learning, maybe it's not that much good. So, keep thinking that I'm actually planning to uh, bring up at shopper.com portal, which is like close to the real-time online shopping portal application. This online shopping portal application I'm trying to take as an real-time situations to discuss about how this DevOps technology we are using in the real time to solve certain problems on the real retail-based web applications, right? So that is how I'm trying to drive the sessions that helps you guys to know, right, how this is being used in the retail based market situations and the product being used, right? So that's the goal that we have. Okay. uh, like give me a second. I think I just need to do little changes there. Mm, I have modified my slides slightly based on the requirements that we have. Okay, so I'm just trying to make that happen. Cool. So basically, when it comes to the DevOps, right, most of you definitely have a first question is what are the different tools that will be covered, right? Because I'm sure you all know that in the market there are tens of hundreds of different tools that are available from different organizations, vendors, right? Each tool will be basically to solve certain problems, and each organization, each project, each use case will have their own tool which will be best fit for them, correct? So obviously we can't learn all the DevOps tools that are available in the market and be expertise, right? So there should be hand-picked a certain number of tools that are mandate to be learned, and all other tools are optional, which will be easy to learn, right, once you know the mandatory tools. So here I'm trying to explain what are the different DevOps tools that are covered, right? Uh, and I'm sure the next question most of you folks might be having, or at least I'm hearing that, hey, are you really covering the DevSecOps, right? What is DevSecOps? So basically, there is nothing like a DevSecOps. It's a DevOps itself, right? It's a DevOps tools only. But if at all there are one or two security related tools are being covered, then that become the DevSecOps. Nothing much there, right? It's just a DevSecOps is just an additional skill that we have on some security tools, right? On top of the existing DevOps skill that we have. Nothing much, right? So anyway, I'm planning to include those security tools as well in our course content. So that's where you basically learning the DevSecOps related integrations as well, guys, right? So like this is the online shopping portal web application that I'm taking as an example to discuss about the stuff. Usually for any web applications, right, in general, there will be a developer who writing the code, right? And that code has to be running on the servers, whereas in general these servers will be managed by the site reliability engineering teams, SRE team, right? And the architect, the DevOps architect will be defining certain strategies how exactly the code that the developers team has written can be deployed, can be running on the servers that the SRE team is managing, right? that strategy will be defined by the architect, because as I said, right, there are tens of hundreds of different tools are available in the market, but how do we know which tool will be good fit? How do we use the tool? All this different stuff, right? So that strategy will be defined by the architects. So basically, these architects, the DevOps architects, will be defining the strategy, how the integration can be done, which tool will be the best fit for the organization, how do we use the tool, all these things, right? Once the algorithm or the architecture or the integration is ready, probably we need to follow that integration model to take the code that the developer has written, and that code has to be running in the servers that the SRE team is managing. Then finally, that website, that app will be accessible by the users. So when the DevOps architect is designing the solution, what makes best for this application, right? Definitely the security has to be considered, right? That is where the security tools also will come into the picture. That's where it will become the DevSecOps kind of integrations, nothing much, right? Once it is running there, obviously that will be accessible by the users, like going to the browser and access your website and start doing your shopping, right? That's how the access will be there. So once the application is running, the users are able to access my shopping website and able to do the shopping, right? So later, the next thing is mostly this operations team will come into the picture. They'll be keep on monitoring my uh, website. Is it down? Is it working fine? Is there any errors in the website? Is it slow? Right? So basically the operations team will ensure that the website is operational having without having any issues, right? That's how their job, right? And the other end, there will be a security team as well who will be looking after the web application in terms of the security threats. Is there anyone who is trying to hack my website, or my security guardrails are already set up or not? How good that my website is secured? So they have their own job to look after the security related monitoring stuff, right? What I'm trying to explain here is, when it comes to a real-time project, real-time product, like a online shopping portal website, right? There are multiple teams that work behind the screen hard, right, to make this happen. It's not just that one DevOps engineer is coming and doing everything, right? If you look at here, there is a developers team who write the code, there's a SRE team who manage the servers, there's a security team who will look after the security monitoring, there is an operations team who will take care of monitoring the real-time applications, right? There is an architect who will decide the integration of the tools, right? So when it is all happening, right? So we need one dev apps engineer, of course. When it comes to the security tools integrated, it will be a DevSecOps as well, right? So we need a DevOps engineer who will take care of executing the design that the architect has given, right? Because architect mostly will give the design principles, some best practices, right? But the DevOps engineer who will come and execute the principles, make sure the working is fine, make sure it is being updated regularly, right? And make sure it is operating normally, right? All these things will be done by the DevOps engineers. So out of all the different teams that you see in the screen, right, you guys are here to learn the responsibility of a DevOps engineer, what he do exactly in this whole operation, right? What is their role here to perform the integration of the different tools to make this happen. So in general, when it comes to the real time, right, it's not just that you will be working individual, right? You need to talk to the developers team, you need to talk to the SRE team, you need to talk to the operations team, right? You need to talk to the security team. That's so the dependencies will be there with other teams as well. So I'm trying to make sure that dependencies are being covered in the course. That's how you will exactly know the real time situations and what is your role, what is the role of other teams, how you are actually doing the collaboration. That will be taken care just to give you the real-time insights, guys. Right? So in that approach, definitely we need to know the different tools that we are looking at. From the infrastructure side, right, we need to know the Terraform, AWS Cloud, Linux operating system, MySQL database. From the build perspective, the Git and the Maven. From the containerization perspective, Docker, Argo CD, Helm deployments, Jenkins, Kubernetes. And from the organization process perspective, right, it's a Jira tool. And from the monitoring perspective, Prometheus, Grafana, Fluentd, and Kibana. And from the security perspective, right, Sneak and Vault and CheckWow, right? So these are some of the security tools that can be used. So basically, you as a DevOps engineer, if you need to perform your job role to, to be part of this project, to move our developers code towards the actual final stage where it will be accessible by the user. So you must be knowing all of these tools, and you should know how to connect them, how to use them, how to work with them. Here I'm just showing some of the important main tools, but there will be few other tools as well as part of our real-time integration case. And we will get to know the complete list of tools and the granular level, the topic names in the course content that is being shared. Right? Looks good. And in order to understand the complete thing, yes, will be covered some of the capstone projects that help you to understand the dependencies, integration, all these things. And we will be sharing some of the assignments on weekly basis that will help you to do some practice and learn something out of it, right? That's the strategy that we have to deliver this course, guys. And at a high level, what is that you are learning? Of course, we are learning all of these different tools, but our aim is to maintain the high availability of the servers, right? And our aim to understand how the scalable nature is implemented in the real time. Our aim to know how the monitoring is being conducted, how the logging is being conducted for the applications, how the security principles are being applied, right? How we are delivering all these things in a fast manner. What is the pipeline technology? What is the speed of deployment that we are using here, right? We are going to learn all of these along with the complete automation strategies that we have, right? So that looks good. And now if you ask me like what is this full stack DevOps? Because mostly you know that DevOps engineer, DevOps training, right? So basically, if you look into my content, right, where I'll be going back to the screen here one more time, right? So you look at this, right? The course content is covered pretty much infrastructure, the the Java application build part, and the deployment part into the Kubernetes containerizations, the process oriented, how the real time is being used, right? The Jira tools, the monitoring, security, right? That means the course is being designed such a way that it is being covered almost everything whatever you needed to become a DevOps engineer, right? Nothing is being skipped basically, right? Including the security tools. That is where it is a full stack from the developer's perspective because it's a combo of everything whatever you needed to work as a DevOps engineer, guys, right? So from the learning perspective, as I said, we'll be get start with the infrastructure part. Like initially we start with AWS and the Terraform Linux stuff. Once that is done, then we will be moving towards the automation, then to the containerization technology like Kubernetes, Docker, Helm. Then we will be moving towards the Git and Bitbucket integrations. That's where we know how do we build the Java and the React and Angular code and deploy them using Jenkins. And then we work with the different deployment tools like Argo CD, Jenkins. Then start understanding how the logging will happen to the applications using Kibana and how the monitoring will happen using Prometheus Grafana stack, right? And how the database works using MySQL, right? So I'm just giving some high level step-by-step manner, right, in which order that we are going to learn all of these different tools, right? And again, these are the some of the top high level tools that we are talking about. The complete list you can get into see in the course content, guys, right? So not just the tool discussion, like it also covers the capstone projects and the assignments that you will be getting on weekly basis, the Jira process, the resume, mock interview stuff, right? That's where it's kind of a full pack, right, to whatever must be needed for a DevOps engineer. That's where it is a full stack DevOps practitioner training program that is being planned. And these are the list of projects that we are planning here. Probably as of today, maybe you can't understand what these project titles, how it will be, but yeah, I'm just saying that these are the couple of 5 projects that we are planning to. Basically, these projects are planned accordingly. Some of them are understanding the infrastructure side, some of them on pipeline automation, some of them on Kubernetes microservices side, and monitoring side, logging side. That's where each project is covered one section. So to cover up all the different sectors that we have within the DevOps stack, guys, right? I think that's the quick details about the course and the timings, duration, the tools that we have, right? All these things, right? So if you have any questions, you can ask me, you can put it in the chat window, you can contact the admin as well. We can see the contact details on the screen, right? And I will be sharing you the course of like the list of topics that we are discussing on a day-to-day basis as a sheet and along with the required tool details and the access details. Okay, and yeah, that's how we are planning.
Mm, Thank you, sir. I have a quick question here.
Mhm.
Just wanted to check. I saw that this is using AWS.
Yes.
So how about Azure? Azure DevOps or DevSecOps is also there. So if we are interested in doing this with Azure, is it going to be same or is it going to be a different, completely different strategy again for that? Can you please help some?
Yes. So as of now, as you see my content, it is covered towards the AWS side of world. So if you wanted to know more about the Azure side of DevOps stuff, then that is being conducted as a different course. You can get more details about that from the admin guys.
Okay, thank you. But basically, it is the same. Only thing that instead of AWS, it will be Azure. It's basically going to be the entire thing. How we are using the Terraform or Ansible, all other things will be same. Maybe a little bit of settings difference will be there. Am I correct in that?
That is true. Mostly, if you look into my content, right, I'll go back to the list of tools here. So this is the native DevOps. What is native DevOps? Native DevOps is mean that right the list of tools that are planned here are most of them are open source, come from the or it may be paid enterprise, but these tools are come from the different organizations and we are planning to get them onboarded, integrated, architect on ourselves how it can work for our project. It is mean that so a different project may use differently different project may integrate these tools differently because it's up to us how we can customize them, right? It's plug and play model. When it comes to the
Right.
DevOps, right, Azure DevOps, right? The way how Azure DevOps works is they are tightly integrated the complete DevOps pipeline flow in their cloud environment itself. We don't have much customization. We don't need to bring a lot of open source tools into the Azure and design your architecture. You got me?
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
Azure DevOps is tightly within the Azure platform itself. So will not get, I meant to say the list of tools will not be the same in the Azure DevOps.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Um, Good morning, sir.
Mhm. Good morning, Ronald.
I got some few questions for you.
Sure.
Question number one, I want to find out from you, how updated is this your course in respect to the current DevOps world, like the tools that the industries or the company are using as of now?
Good question. What I can say, right? If you ask me right now, the expectation is you must be having the complete minimum understanding how a product works, right?
Mhm.
And if I go back to my previous slide, I think here, right? You see that if a product has to be in working state, the developer team should be there, SRE team should be there, DevOps engineer should be there, security team, operations team, right? There are
Mhm.
multiple teams are being involved here to make a final product. If you strictly ask me, yes, the market expectation is you must be having a minimal knowledge on all these different teams what they are doing, but you be expertise on one team. That means if you are working as a DevOps engineer, you must be knowing the expertise skill as a DevOps engineer, but you must know what developer is doing, how SRE is working, how ops team is working. That knowledge is also required.
Mhm.
Second part. That means in our course, yes, I'm covering all of the different teams' responsibilities as well. That definitely helps you guys. One thing. The second thing on technology side, I'm trying to include as much as possible the different things, infrastructure, security, monitoring, and containerization. So I'm covering as much as possible. So that's one thing. It will be up to date skill set. The next point. When it comes to the multi-skill concept, right, in the sense some of the organizations are expecting you guys must be knowing AWS, must be knowing Azure as well, right? You must be knowing the I mean to say the Kubernetes, you must be knowing the AKS, Azure Kubernetes, right? So like that, you must be knowing the Python, you must be knowing some of the Java. Yes, there are possibilities different teams are asking, but we can't include all of them in one single course just like that. It will be vast. It's not easy to learn all of them as well. So I'm covering the related technologies, related tools, which make sense to go as one single bundle for learning purpose. But I recommend if you have time, if you really wanted to catch up the current market, right? Additional to the skills that what you see here in this program, in this training, additional to that, yes, you must be learning the Python and you must be learning some of the maybe one more backup cloud, maybe Azure cloud related some of the details. Yes, that is recommended in our if you wanted to be up to date with the current market.
Just a quick question again, because in my company that I'm working with, they've recently started, just a year ago, they've started with Azure DevOps. So everything related to is Azure over there. So what would you recommend in this situation? Is it better for me to go for Azure? Certainly, I mean, I feel because it is there in my company. So
Sure.
what I
If
was
your
thinking is,
requirement is, Mhm.
yeah, go ahead, please.
I mean to say, yes, definitely right. So if you think that, sorry, if you think that your scope is towards the Azure side because your company is leaning towards the Azure side, yes, definitely you can pick that as a primary skill. But my take on is, right, either you work on Azure side or you work on AWS side. Either way, you must be knowing both. That's what is the current market expectation as well. But you pick one as a primary, one as a secondary, guys. But we can't avoid that. That's what I'm trying to. Let's say if you wanted to go towards the Azure, make the Azure as a primary skill, learn it. But you must be knowing the AWS at least as a secondary skill. If someone is making AWS as a primary because their company is using AWS, okay, good, but keep Azure as a secondary skill, or the programming like Python as a secondary skill. That is mandate if you wanted to be up to date in the current market.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And being said that, and I also see the question in the chat window, what programming language that is covered here. So uh, we are using Java and AngularJS as part of this course just to uh, take the code and do the build process, but we are not covering how to write a code. We are not covering how to write a program because this course is not a developer's course. This is a DevOps engineer's course. Second point, yes, definitely. Python is at least the minimum skill that is expected by the industry for the DevOps engineers. I agree that, but Python is not being conducted just because learning the programming is completely a different style. I can't take that and mix with this current workflow, guys. So in this current workflow, whatever the tools that you see here, this is all tool integrations, tool architecture, tool customization, right? But writing a program is completely a different thought process, right? We can't put both into one single boat with one single journey. That's the reason the Python is not being covered in this course. But yeah, it's recommended. And usually I will conduct the different dedicated separate batch for the Python, whoever is interested. So it's welcome to come there and start learning the Python if you are interested. But you can't learn all together at one single bundle. That's what I'm trying to say. Because you are starting the journey now, you first start the journey, learn the DevOps toolset. As a second step, you start learning the programming. The third step, you start looking into more advanced skills like AI and ML. That's my recommendation.
Okay, I did not finish my questions. Some other people step in to.
Sure, Ronald. Go ahead, please.
I've once bought your recorded uh, materials on modern site reliability DevOps, something like that. What is the difference in this course you're offering now and the recorded? What will convince me to go for this live class on, or just to continue with the recorded that I bought from?
Definitely, like whatever the sessions are being conducted by me, live sessions will be recorded, and I'm sure the admin team is actually offering the recordings as well. Whoever is interested, I agree. But if you ask me the difference, you are not talking to me, right? So that means in the live sessions, you have the flexibility to talk to me. You have the flexibility to raise the questions on the WhatsApp groups and the support channels that we have, right? On every day, we'll be discussing about the questions that you have, problems that you have. That's where the interactions will be there with the trainer, and we'll get the roadmap accordingly. So if you get stuck, we'll get the help. That's it. But
Okay.
if it is recorded, mostly you'll not get help. You cannot talk to the trainers, and you need to figure it out by yourself. That's one thing as well. Maybe the second point, the live sessions will be little more up to date with the current market. Even if the tool might be same sometimes, but every tool will have some extent, right? Are we learning the beginning skills, advanced, intermediate? Some levels will be there in every tool, right? So probably the live sessions will be covered a little more extra based on the current market expectations compared to the recording that was already done by 3 months back or whatever it is.
Okay, thank you. I went through your curriculum or your syllabus. The one you just presented now, I did not see GitHub Actions, which is something that is quite prevalent now in the industry. I don't know if you have any plans to cover GitHub Actions or not, or you just want to principally use Jenkins as your orchestration tool?
I think that Jenkins actually is a small topic. It must be there. Probably not in the slide, but the course content that usually I release the PDF, right? So the
Mhm.
PDF must be there. If not, yes,
Yes,
it will be covered.
I saw it there. I saw it there, but then I didn't see you present it today. I saw it there.
It will be covered.
So, what is the importance of Jenkins and GitHub Actions? Which one is more needed in the industry, according to you?
There is no specific answer to that. It's all depends on the requirements, right? So I have 50% of the companies are prefer to use GitHub Actions, and another 50% of the companies may prefer the Jenkins, right? There
Okay,
is no
because
single answer there. It's all use cases based.
I tried to unfollow your GitHub, your Jenkins. Jenkins seems to be very deep and complicated. I don't know.
So mostly, right, the Jenkins has it's a open source basically, right, and it's a plugin based tool. So it helps us to do a lot of customization by ourselves, right? So
Mhm.
if you have very complex project, complex architecture, you need to write your own pipeline to handle many things. You better prefer Jenkins because it will give you whatever the extension,
Later. Mhm.
the customization that you can do it by because you are writing your own program. When it comes to GitHub Actions, right, it has its own fixed certain limited environment where you can handle certain most of the common use case build and deployments. But if
Mhm.
you wanted to do a lot of customization, it's very hard to achieve within the GitHub Actions. So it's better to use Jenkins because it is supported by the Groovy language, and you can write your own, plugins there. All of these things.
Okay. Thank you very much for last but not the least question. How comfortable will someone who is not from an IT background that can take this course within 3 months and be able to grab an IT and to grab a DevOps job at the end of this course? Let's say this course should be rounding for 3 months. That should be somewhere around. This is July. Let's talk about August, September, October. August, September. Okay, about let's say by December the person should be able to have a job. What possibilities are there?
Definitely, it's a little hard for you to pick up, like whoever is from completely from the non-IT background. But at least from my side, right, the course is designed such a way that I start with the basic Linux, right? That helps for any engineer to understand from very beginning. So if you have interest to put some additional 1 hour effort beyond my class, I think that should be good enough to be expertise and learn the things.
Okay,
And it's well proven actually. This is almost I'm conducting the sessions years, right? How the students come from various different backgrounds, non-IT backgrounds, and it's well proven that the people are able to pick it up.
okay. I'm currently in the United States.
Mhm.
That's where I'm
Yes,
connecting from.
yes, thanks.
Uh, Thank you.
Yeah, hi Pierre.
Hey Kevin,
How are you?
I'm good, Kevin. Hope you're doing good.
For Ronaldo question, I will answer. I'm a fresher, you know, right?
Okay.
There's a noise at
Yeah,
your background. Can you try to control your noise so that I can hear what you're saying?
Yeah, I
actually,
think Kevin, you should be little louder actually.
yeah, Pierre. Actually, I think DPT 13.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
remember
12.
you. I know your name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yes. So Ronaldo asked, you can anyone can pick up this course like that? He asked, na. So I don't know anything. Even I don't know programming. I don't know anything, but I can understand what we are teaching. He explained very basic thing to what like intermediate level. So it is really helpful for me.
Sure. Thanks,
So
Kevin,
just
for
I want,
sharing your.
yeah, just, for just to inform that Ronaldo question.
Sure. Thanks, Kevin, for sharing your feedback. Yeah, like if Ronaldo not able to hear him correctly, right? Kevin saying that he took the course from me a few, months or last year. Sometime he come with without having much knowledge about these things, and he able to, able to pick it up and able to learn it. And I remember he actually messaged me that he actually got a job as well. That's good to know. Yeah, thanks, Kevin.
Quick question for Kevin. So he got a job as a DevOps engineer, or what course was he taking with you?
No, 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 no. But actually, share my experience. I almost attend this course up to Jenkins level. As a fresher, I will attend in the middle of my course. I attend one company, the name called, I don't want to mention the name.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I attend,
of course.
yeah.
That's good
So
to know.
yeah. So I attend in that company. Actually, the first two rounds is programming round. So as a fresher, I need to first round I have to clear aptitude, and second round I have to clear programming round as a fresher. But after that, the technical round, I said, I know only the DevOps things, so you can ask me anything in DevOps related things like that. I ask. So they ask around that 30 minutes. The interview will happen. There are two members. They ask DevOps related like Kubernetes, Docker, or AWS related questions. I have answered everything. So what's the problem means I don't know programming language. I openly said I don't know programming. So you can ask me this tool related things. I can explain whatever this want like that. I will explain. So I just learned up to Kubernetes. After in the middle only, I got a offer. So Jenkins, these parts I missed. So, but up to Kubernetes, I got selected in this company. But currently I'm doing intern. Almost it's 11 months happening. So I'm just doing cloud full stack .NET intern. So actually, if we are put that full stack course, just I want to come for seeing the course things.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, I know mostly my previous communications, like the folks will be, no, I'll be seeing the people come for the demo with the curiosity that what is that new thing that I'll be covering. I know I can see the names. So most of you folks are actually come who are actually taken the course from me a couple of batches before, because usually I'll be keep on upgrading my course content, right, and I'll be keep on adding some new stuff based on the current market, so the people are interested to know what is that the new thing that I'm covering, because I give the flexibility that the old students can come and learn and join the new batches to pick up
Mm.
the new things that I'm covering, right, without charging anything much, right. So that's where the people are interested to know those things as well.
So, so,
Thanks.
so, so Kevin is already a DevOps engineer practicing somewhere now.
So yeah, actually, I have in that DPT 12, I have I go and speak to many people. I have many friends in the DPT 12. So even now, I will spoke to them last week. That much close here. So I
Uh,
think after
yeah,
there, he got a job. He have some experience in testing. So he have that 3 years experience. So he converted that into a DevOps thing. So he easily get a job. If you have some experience, you can easily get.
yeah, thanks, Kevin. I think to the interest of all the people that are in the forum today, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's not about learning the technology, guys. So I strongly say that it's all about learning the communication, right? Getting the interaction with the, I mean to say, what exactly gives you the job. Learning the technology is not enough to get a job. As part of this full stack DevOps, practitioner training program, right? You are not here to just learn the technology. That will not be suffice, guys. You should learn the communication with the trainer, how frequently you communicate, you post the questions, you get the group maintained within the batch that are here, right? And frequently communicating with them, how they are preparing, what problem that they are solving, what challenges that they got it with, in their company. So what is the approach that they are taking, right? So if you have this kind of the momentum, uh, right, actively, that is what you get a job, and that is what I'm trying to build as well as much as possible, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I'll take a few questions there, and answering to the question the chat window by Rajesh. I'm not fully focusing on the SRE side of world, guys, because SRE is again site reliability engineering team. Their goal is something different than DevOps engineer. So this time I'm not trying to deviate the DevOps engineer responsibilities towards the SRE. So SRE is not being covered. I agree. There are certain infrastructure tools like AWS Cloud, Terraform, Linux will be covered, which will be SRE skill only, but it will be covered in terms of the DevOps side of world, not from the SRE side of world.
Okay. So when are the classes due
Good
to start
question. I'm
fully?
planning to start the sessions start from the Wednesday, guys, which will be 23rd.
Okay, 23rd, which might be for us in America, which might be 24th,
22nd. 22nd.
22nd, instead behind.
Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. Correct, correct, correct.
Hi, Praveen. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hello. Yeah. So, like currently, I have total 3.3 years of experience. Like out of that, I have 2.5 into Java, and recently I got into a cybersecurity domain.
Okay.
So, as you mentioned in your course, like you are covering Sneak tool and all. So, currently I'm working on the Sneak tool only. So, how much part you are gonna cover in this course regarding to Snake? And the second question, like, in case if I want to transition my career into this AWS DevOps totally, so this your classes are gonna cover in this 3 months, that is sufficient to showcase that I have like 3 years of experience into this AWS DevOps.
Yeah, I think
Thank you.
definitely the course is sufficient to showcase your 3 years of experience because we definitely touch base a lot of real-time integrations, right? And regarding the Sneak, right? Uh, like you as a DevOps engineer, mostly you just need to know how this tool can be integrated in the pipelines, right? So the tool installation and setup, the basic setup and integrate within the pipeline so that the Sneak security will be run automatically as part of the pipeline process. That is good enough.
Okay. And one more question, like after finishing this course, you mentioned mock interviews, right? So that is happening after the finishing the course or like in between of the course?
To me, like it's more effective if it is after the course, okay, because we know all the dependencies, the complete course is being done. In between the course, it's think it's difficult to go towards the real-time nature. I meant to say, when you are working in the real time, right? It's not like you will be working on Kubernetes. It's not like you will be working on AWS. If you take one real time situation, mostly that will be touch base with some AWS, some Kubernetes, some Jenkins, some programming. Everything will be touched if you really look into the real time perspective. So we can't ask the real time natured question in between the course. So yeah, it is planned after the course, and again we are not coming and taking the interviews because it's something that you need to deliver, right? Whoever is well prepared, whoever is ready to give the interview, if you request for the mock, then I'll be taking.
Mhm.
Oh, oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Do we have a practical project that can take us to like a live, how did I put it? Like
Yes,
a practical project that can incorporate all the tools
yes,
complete from that covers all the aspect of a DevOps engineer in a company.
yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
hmm Thank you, Ronald. And any other questions, guys, from others? And as you see in my screen, right, I'm planning to start the batch from July 23rd, and I'll mention the times, something like this. It will be 7 a.m. IST, and it will be 22nd for EST folks. For example, 22nd 9:30 p.m. ET.
And one session is how many minutes?
I think I'm planning to take a hour to 1.5 hour,
Okay.
right? And maybe based on the topic that we have, maybe initially it will be 1 hour for sure, and gradually we'll be increasing it to 1.5 hour.
Okay.
And post that there will be a question hour if you have any specific questions. Even that can be go another 30 minutes if you have any specific questions.
Yeah. I know you're a great teacher or a great instructor.
Thanks.
I really just want to. I've been around DevOps for a while, just studying for a while. So I just want to just put a nail on this time around. Get to a live class, like I'm trying to join you, clear my doubts, follow up, and then trying to get a job because I've been doing self study. That's why I decided to join a live class where I can ask some questions so that I can clear doubt and be in a live class and have a partner, people to share with and to have their experiences and to have a community where I can share, not just study alone.
Yep, thanks. Thanks for the comments in the chat window from various folks and my previous students who has been interacted with me. Thanks.
Hey, I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like this might not be like technical, but I've been in the IT world and I'm currently trying to switch to from like a developer to DevOps. But like what a recommendation like do you recommend like for like some self-doubts or hesitation in terms of like jumping to a new field and start learning and go on the process again?
That's good to know. Like as you said, you are already a developer, right? I think being a developer, knowing the DevOps skill is added advantage, right? And it's must as well these days. Okay. And I think most of the companies developers itself is managing the DevOps side of deployments as well, the basic things once the major architectural is implemented by the DevOps team. So that way as well, it's added must skill for you. And since my course is started from very beginning, right, it will be easily understandable for the non-technical background of this side of world as well. So it's not big deal for you to get this on.
Thank you.
Mr. AB, are you in the US?
Yes.
What part of US, sir?
EST.
It's ESDS,
What city?
Washington.
Oh, Washington DC.
Yes.
All right. I'm in Maryland.
Oh, cool. Good
Okay.
to know.
Okay.
Regarding the daily notes, right? I think handwritten notes are little. I think it won't help much. Okay. Those days are gone actually, guys. I'm answering to one of the question in the chat window in practical, right? So if you take like 5 years, 6 years back, how the trainings were, someone will give you the course material, ask you to go through the course material, read it out, something like that, right? So those days are gone actually. So now we need to see the different style of learning, guys. We are learning many things, right? We can't put everything as a single note kind of. Okay. So from my side, what I do, I'll be giving you the list of top level items or the top level names, topics, or some of the important things that we can make a note of it. Not every in detailed course material, right? And based on that, I'll give you some of the internet links where you can get more information from those. So you can just go to the link and just browse something and get the details and explore something over there. That's how it works. I mean to say basically I'll be giving the approach, the top level names that we need to, the sequence of learning that is very much important, right? If you skip the basic and you go advanced, you will not understand, right? I'll help you out on the sequencing, which topic that you need to learn first, which we need to learn next. That sequence I'll be helping with the corresponding links that we can use. That will be helping you guys. Hope you agree with me as well on this. All right. Yeah. So if no questions, we are good for today, guys. And yes, as I said, you can contact the admin team and get your enrollment process completed. We'll be seeing you guys again on Wednesday as per the plan. I think we'll be getting more details about the things in email as well. The way how you are connected with the admin, right? In the similar way, you'll be getting the notifications regarding the updates and the best starting dates, etc. If any questions still, you can reach out to the admin and can contact me as well, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
And mhm. Maybe added a question for you that I think one question that I see from Ronald that what market is expecting today, right? I will say that AI ML budge is currently going on. I can't deny that. Okay, and most of the companies are actually in the process of transitioning their products with the AI enabled. That is happening already. And I think in next 1 year, I think majority of the products will be having the AI enabled. So I'm just giving some more details. AI is not a replacement, guys, to the current products, but AI is just an additional skill, additional feature to the existing products. Is mean that, in my opinion, the existing products will not be replaced, but the existing products will become more matured, more powerful, more interactive with the users to serve you the better. That is what the capability that we are going to get in using the AI to the current technology. What does it mean for us? Is today you are a DevOps engineer learning all these different tools. Tomorrow you will be learning a few more AI related tools that will be integrated in the current DevOps world. That is what it is. Okay, so that means on top of the current DevOps skills that you have, you must be learning at least few AI ML related tools and that related technology, guys. That's how is going to be happen, and we need to upgrade to that level as well very soon. Yeah, just
So if
giving
I'm
some.
not mistaken, you're already starting a AI/ML weekend batch, right?
Oh yeah, I'm already delivering the AI ML batch as well, which will be happening in later schedules. In fact, I
Okay.
already delivered the ML courses already. 2, 3 batches are already completed, and I'm going to deliver one more very soon, but the different thing. But I'm just giving as part of the question that I see what market is
Mhm.
expecting today and how the market is transitioning to the next.
So, what is the minimum requirement to study the ML?
Again, DevOps will be your minimum requirement, at least to that context.
So, Reddy sir, for the AI/ML course that you're offering, the weekend batch, is it tailored for the DevOps course,
I think
or is it
I'll talk
in
more
general
about.
AI/ML?
Got it. I think if you are more interested on that, we'll talk that as a separate topic
Sure,
in the
sure,
ML
sure,
demo,
sure.
or you can contact to me directly, or maybe just ask admin to connect back to me. We'll talk more
Okay,
about that, just to not to
sure.
divide the scope.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Sure, guys, and I think that's the day for what is planned for today. See you guys in the next Wednesday, 23rd of this month, right? And yeah, connect back with that.